All right, guys. All right. Enough of that. Enough of that. Enough of that. Enough of that. Give you guys a few moments to get in. You guys file in, and you guys already know. Well, wake up, Jacob. It's me, IP, and if you are rocking with the vibe, like, share, subscribe. So, you guys already know the topic, but I will say something before I even get started, before I do anything or whatever. Is that what I find interesting is when I do a topic like this, it's so polarizing. It really gets certain people going. It really gets their goat. Now, I mean, I'm not afraid to, talk about this topic. It's a take it or leave it topic for me. I don't. It doesn't make a big deal to me, but it's apparent to me that people are interested in the topic. And since this is a Hebrew channel, um, it's one of the many topics, right? Um, I'm not, Pied Piper of polygyny, but it's one of the many topics that's in there. We could talk about, we could talk about the dietary law. We could talk about, homesteading. Obviously, it's about homesteading. And growing food and building structures and being self-sufficient and come out of hurt my people. That's all in the homesteading side. Then on the Hebrew news side is that any news that's going to affect us, sometimes directly, sometimes indirectly. So we're going to be talking about, we'll talk about things that's going on in politics, any type of policy changes, anything that's going to affect you. We're going to talk about the markets a little bit. I'll just get into that a little bit, just how it affects you. Okay. I'm going to let a few more people get in there, and then I'm going to greet all of you guys individually. But there's, like I said, there's a lot of topics there, right? So we'll talk about that, and then of course we can talk about Bible topics, right? And when you say Bible topics, you have to admit that it is a topic. It is something that it's in the Bible, right? It's in the Bible. So one of the things I find very interesting is that people who hate the topic, for some reason, feel compelled to click the play button and they play it. You look at the comments on some of the other videos, or you can go to any polygyny video, but look at the comments on some of the videos that may be in my library that has polygyny in the title, right? It's not a ton. I don't know, not a ton. About maybe 5, 6, five, 6 videos or something like that has to do with it. No, well, if you include the debates or conversations or whatever, it's still less than 10, right? I'm just guessing. Less than 10 videos, right? Now, that's out of a lot of videos, so it's not even the main topic that I talk about. But if you look at the comments in those videos, you have the naysayers. And what I don't understand is what compels people who are against it, who vehemently oppose the whole idea, even though they can't, back it up scripturally. They try to, but even though they can't back it up scripturally, they have only their own personal feelings and emotions, or their twist scriptures or whatever. They still will click on the button, and then they want to go ahead and spouse and spew their venom out, which I don't get. I don't understand. Okay, you see the title, right? So it's not hidden. It's not clickbait, because I am going to talk about it, right? I'm not going to title it that and then talk about something else, right? So it's not clickbait in that sense. But I don't understand the hate, the vitriol. I'll give you an example. If I see a video and it says something like racial equality hosted by the Ku Klux Klan or something like that, I'm probably not going to click on it, right? because I'm gonna think, what the heck do they know about racial equality? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I'm just not going to. I'm not gonna go. Just like I'm not going to attend a Klan rally if it says Klan rally. I'm not gonna attend it. I'm not. Yeah, I think I want to go to the Klan rally. And then I get there. I'm like, well, I didn't like what they were talking about. Duh. I, no, you're not gonna like what you're talking about. You are against it. So it's very, very weird to me that I get, I get all these negative comments about it, which it's fine. Hey, I got thick skin. It doesn't bother me. I mean, I can defend myself. I'm a grown man. It's no big deal. But I still marvel at it. I still marvel at it. I'm like, what? That's the first thing I'm thinking. Is like, what made you click on this video, and what made you think? If you know going in, you already against it. So what made you think that you were gonna like it, right? Sister of the faith, my sisters are already married. Yeah, yeah, a lot of them are. Yeah, a lot of them are already married. So I don't get it. So if you guys do me a huge, huge favor, and I'm gonna go and grab my glasses. Right, I'm gonna go grab my glasses. Make sure I can see, because I'll probably look on my phone, look at some of you guys' comments and stuff, because we're gonna go back and forth, right? So let me grab my glasses, and I'll be back. You know, I really only need them to read, but I was in such denial um, when it comes to glasses. I'm not used to it. I mean, I've been wearing glasses only like the last 2 years or so, or something like that. And I am in such denial. I don't like them. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to having it on my face. I'm just not. I'm just not used to it. But we're gonna get to it. I know you guys are like, all right, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to the 7 points. So what's going on, brother Frank Style? Let me go to the. Let me go to this live. I'm gonna go to this live stream on my phone. That way I can see what you guys are saying in the comment section, so I can greet you guys. And so for those of you who are here, let me turn that volume down and look and see who is attending. Appreciate you guys. Now, the volume. Give me a 100 in the chat if you can hear me just fine. I don't want to have to, yell, scream, or be moving my mouth and nothing comes out. So give me a 100 in there. Yeah, I can hear you. That lets me know you can hear me. Let's see here. Ronnie Rayner. Shalom, shalom, bro. Ronnie Rayner. Frank Stockton. What is going on, brother? Shalom, shalom. Lisi, easy peasy. How's it going? Shalom, shalom. Like I said, the issue that I find sisters in the faith, most of us are already, yeah. Most are already married. Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of them are, and a lot of them are weary and leery, or whatever. So, but let's see here. We got Frank Stockton, my man, Lisi, Ronnie Rain. Okay, got the three of you and a couple. It says a couple other people watching. Like 9 other people or something like that. Woo, those numbers blowing us away, right? But they're not saying anything, which is fine. That's totally fine. Um, but guys, don't be surprised when you look in the comment sections later, where you're gonna see a lot of hate, a lot of venom, a lot of vitriol. Because like no matter what is said, you know, they're gonna hate, right? Again, it doesn't bother me. I don't want you to think for a second that it bothers me that someone's going to come and shalom, shalom, house of Lee, shalom, brother. That someone's gonna say something negative, right? That the last one that I did a little while, a couple of weeks ago, or whatever, and it was like what was that? Sleeping arrangements, right? Sleeping arrangement. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at the comment sections in that. Just look at the comment section. Some of them get kind of long. These two people, they were. What you gotta understand, people, is it's emotionally based. It's an emotionally charged topic, so you have to remember that, which allows me to go right into this whole topic, whatever. And I got a confession. I was coming up with some of the things, and I needed a female perspective, right? So I got Sister Rebecca Lynn and Sister Lisi to kind of help me out with putting some of the points together, right? And then of course I came from my own perspective because I talk to guys all the time. I've seen the situation, lived the situation. I mean, I just, it's just different things. So I just wanted to kind of give, give the tips out to you guys, and take it for what it's worth. It may not apply to some of you guys. Some of you guys may not care. You might not want to hear it. Hey, it's up to you guys. I just want to offer it, put it out there, right? Because I do get questions. People always, well, how, my wife, won't submit, or she won't do it, or won't let me do it, or stuff like that. I get those questions, right? So I want to answer some of it here, like how do you approach, right? And I'm talking to someone who has one wife currently, right? One wife, or no wife. Now, tell you right now, if you have no wife, before I even get into these 7 tips, if you have no wife, it's a whole lot easier, because when you meet the person and you're in just regular little conversation, there's no emotions involved, there's nothing. You can bring it up, see how they respond. Nobody's feelings is hurt. Okay, no one's feelings are hurt. You're fine. That is the best time to bring the subject up from the get-go, from the jump. And it's almost better if you meet someone, in person or the phone, something like that, rather than some of the internet type whatever. You should see some of these groups. I'm sorry, women are very, very skittish in some of the groups. They don't like to say too much or whatever. As soon as they say something, guys DM them in their box. They inbox them, just a barrage. All right, just a cavalcade of inbox messages or whatever, and the women don't know what to do with it. Right? They don't know how to make heads or tails. And then guys, you come off thirsty. Okay, you come off thirsty. You come off like you don't seem like you're ready. Right? It just comes off wrong. It comes off wrong. And even though not all guys are thirsty about it, they're just looking. You're just searching. I know, but from the female perspective, it looks weird. It's hard, right? It looks weird. So if you have no one, right, no wife, that is the best time to really start talking about this whole topic, right? This whole topic of polygyny. The best time to start is from single. Okay. Yeah, yes, Lisa hit it on the head. The females get overwhelmed because there's too many guys hitting them from all different directions. It's too much. It's overwhelming. That's just it. So the best thing to do really is to attract, okay, to attract them instead of attacking, okay, to stand out from all the other guys, okay. Obviously, you got to be yourself, but you got to stand out from all the other guys and attract and pull them out of that big dust pile of guys trying to get their attention, and just kind of pull them towards your way. That kind of thing. It's got to be attract. You just have to attract them towards you, and you got to have a certain magnetism to you. And women, I can tell you, for the most part, I cannot say this true for all women in the world, but there's certain qualities that women like, and we're talking about in this Hebrew faith is, they like strength, they like order, and direction and a plan. You know, a plan, like you have a plan of action, like some of the things that you want to do, right? So the plans you have for the future, because what they're looking for is strong leadership, security, right? So you have to exude that. Okay, you got to show that hey, I got a direction, I got a plan, I know what I'm doing, that kind of thing. You gotta that, right? Those are the things that they're looking for. Competency. Okay. Obviously, someone who has love for the Father, they're attracted to that. Okay, and I'm talking from a Hebrew perspective. If I was from a worldly perspective, I'd be like, oh, they want you to be look good and you got big muscles and you got a lot of money, big bank account, fancy cars and all that. But we're talking about from a Hebrew perspective. They're not looking for those things. Hebrew women are not looking for those things, right? They're not looking for that. Okay, they're looking for security, leadership. They want to grow spiritually. Can I grow with this man, right? Is this man leading me closer to Yah or away from Yah? Okay, that kind of thing. And yeah, brother, and Hasali, exactly. You do need to, impress the father and stuff like that if she is submitted unto her father. I mean, if she's wayward, she's just out there doing her own thing. But yeah, traditionally, definitely want to go towards the father. And guess what the qualities of the father? Guess what the qualities he's looking for? What I was saying. Can this man take care of my daughter? Okay. Does he have a plan? Is he lazy? Is he working? I mean, what is he resourceful? You know, those type of things. He's looking for those type of qualities. He's not he's not looking you know, his first priority in like, you know, if you're good looking and all that, that's, you know, so that makes it even better. So you got to be that guy. You got to be the guy that a father is looking for his daughter. Think of it like that. Okay, so you start there. So anyway, I'll get to the should I get to the tips, or should I look at some of the things that we're saying? Okay, so yeah, Lacey was right. She said, you know, get overwhelmed. And she said, if you're going to approach a female after she's made herself known, which is cool, wait a while. That's a very good idea. Let the ones that are going to pounce immediately settle first. That's my that's my advice anyway. Or track like, yeah. Yeah, no, I actually, Lisa, I do agree with that. Shalom, shalom. Unique taste of soul, brother. Shalom, shalom. Yeah, I do agree with that because there's nothing wrong. And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it confused. I don't mean that a guy cannot approach a woman through social media. I'm not saying that. You can. But as Lisa just touched on, once she makes herself known, once she says, yes, I'm looking for a husband, I'm looking for a family, you know, I'm looking for that or whatever, she's going to get barrage. Just ask the women. Just ask them. Just ask them that. They're going to get hit with barrage of inboxes and texts and messages and, hey, you know, da, da, da. It feels like a hookup. That's why they get overwhelmed and they're like, and now you're lost in the shuffle. You're one of 86 men who got in her inbox just in a matter of a day. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I do like what she was saying, you know, let the smoke clear on that crap and then approach a little bit later. You got to understand. You think I'm about to get in line and run this race for this one particular woman with 50 other dudes? I'm not doing that, right? You let all the smoke clears, all the dust clears, all that, and then you come back in and then you pounce, right? You know, just don't do it right away. You let all that and then pounce, okay? But other than that, you just attract. And what I mean by attract is that you are doing what you should be doing. You are working your mission. You are working your plan. You are building, right? You're acquiring your land. You are building your gardens. You are building your home. You are setting everything up. I go and I prepare a place, and then I will come back and receive you. That's what you have to do. You have to go and start preparing a place and then come back and receive the woman. That's how you attract. She already, from your fruit, from your doings, that's how she said, oh, well, okay, this brother got a plan, this brother doing something, this brother making it happen. Okay, yes. Women are observant. They want to see something, right? They want to see you do something. Okay? So just you sitting up on the phone, okay, or on social media, all in the inbox or whatever, what are you doing? You see what I'm saying? So that's how you attract that way. When you're on your mission, on your God-giving mission, you're working your plan. That's how you attract. Okay, now this, before I started with the 7 tips, I was talking about if you have no one, this is the best time to bring this stuff up. Okay, and what I want to, and I was just telling you, as far as if you do initiate and you talk to someone, yes, like Sister Lisi was saying, you know, wait till the dust settles, you know, because a lot of people jump in a woman's inbox when she makes it known that, hey, I'm available, I'm looking for a home, I'm looking for a head, that kind of thing. Let the dust settles and then you approach, or you just attract. Those are 2 options when you're single. You attract, which means you are doing what you should be doing. You go and prepare a place and then come back to receive your bride, to receive a woman, right? That's what you do, okay? He who findeth a wife findeth a good thing, you know, the whole 9. Now we're going to transition into how do you bring this whole topic of polygyny up to your wife. Let's get into that, okay? So a couple other people joined. I already said Unique Taste of Soul, Ronnie Rayner. All right, good. So, okay, we're in. How do we approach this subject? All right. Number 1, you tell them. Tip number 1, okay? And Lisa, do me a favor. Just put, when I give the tip, just put 1 and then whatever it is, post that. And then when I get to the other one, do it kind of like how you do the scriptures. Tip number 1, tell them. Be open and honest. That's what I want you to write. Tip number 1, tell them, be open and honest. All right, so let me elaborate a little bit. Okay, so here's the thing. Too many guys, they beat around the bush when it comes to this topic. Okay, so you're talking about your wife. Now remember, you have a wife, so you want to be open and honest. And you go into. I'm not telling you word for word what to say. You have your own personality, and you know your wife. But whatever you do, be open and honest and upfront. You tell them, hey, you know what? I'm really thinking about this, whole polygyny thing, and thinking about taking a new wife, and want to get your thoughts. Just be open and honest. Tell them how you've been feeling about it. Tell them, you've been kind of researching it, or it's been put on your heart. Whatever it is, tell them. Open, honest, put it on the table, chest out, chin up, let them know what it is, okay? You can't be like, well, I don't want you to get mad. I mean, but I'm just kind of, I don't know. I was kind of thinking that, you know, what I was reading. I was in this Facebook group and they were talking about biblical polygyny. They tripping. No, no, come on now. Come on. Just open, honest, tell them, right? No beating around the bush. Just tell them, listen. I looked into it. I'm still looking into it. And I've really been thinking about, biblical polygyny, right? And I just want to let you know, what I've been thinking. I want to let you know what I found. Okay? I want to get your thoughts. Just tell them. Open, honest. I know that's rough. I know it's hard for some people, but that's what it's going to take. Okay? Because you're also talking about trust. And if she can trust you being open, honest, and upfront, then she can trust you with other things in other areas. If you're trying to come off with this air of subterfuge and guile, that's going to be a problem. Okay? That's going to be a problem. Which leads me to tip number 2. Okay? Once, you know what? I had, this is going to be tip number 2, right? Tip number 2, have no one else in mind. That's tip number 2. Have no one else in mind. Now I'm going to go ahead and elaborate on that. You're not going to have the woman that, that you cheated on, someone you've been seeing on the side, all that. No. I need, wish I had a gavel or something. No, you cannot do that. You can't have nobody else in mind. Okay, you got your wife, you're thinking about polygyny, you can't have anybody else in mind. Don't have, because again, remember we're talking about trust. You're talking about open and honest. Oh, now you want to talk about it because you have this chick you got your eye on right quick, or someone you may have slept with or something like that. No. Nobody in mind. There cannot be someone else in mind. That's it. I know some brothers, they married, and surprise, surprise, they bring home another baby from their baby mama that their wife knew nothing about. And then they want to try to work it out. Now, is it possible? Sure, it's possible. It is hard as hell. It is hard as hell to go in it like that. It's extremely difficult. You do not want to do that. But hey, I'm telling you, don't have someone else in mind. Don't let it be someone else you already got. You open and honest. Because what is the first thing she's gonna ask you? Is there someone else? That's the first thing is there someone you want to be able to say in the integrity of your heart? Nope, there's nobody. There's nobody. That way, if she's following you, tracking you out, she's never gonna catch you doing anything. She ain't gonna catch, because there is no one. She'll never catch you anything because I told you in the first one, you gotta be open, honest, and upfront, right? The second one, don't have anybody in mind, because now that you brought it up, her awareness is wide open, and now she's looking. Now she wants to check your phone. Now she want to look all in your Facebook, and I understand from the Hebrew perspective. I get it. But is this a wife that you received while you were Hebrew? You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Is this a wife you received when y'all both in the truth? When you got together? That's the question. Okay, so have nobody else in mind. And all her old ways, they're gonna have to pass after a while. It's not gonna be instant, okay? So it's just gonna take some time. Show her you're a man of integrity. Don't give the good man a bad name. Okay? Don't give the good Hebrew man a bad name. We already got an uphill battle as far as our image is concerned, but we're walking in the integrity. You gotta have integrity. You can't have somebody in mind. You just cannot do it. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't do it. Okay? So don't have anybody in mind. Don't have somebody that you cheated with. Don't have some baby mama. None of that stuff. Okay? It's out of order. Yeah, brother said it's out of order. Yeah, it is out of order. You can't do that. Okay? So we'll continue. Once you bring it up, here's tip number 3. Bring it up passively afterwards. Tip number 3, bring it up passively afterwards. Now we're talking about after you first have this discussion and you talk about it and all this other stuff, you bring it up passively. Okay? Bring it up. Now what do I mean? You say, okay, well, what do you mean bring it up passively? Okay. When you initially talk about it, okay, it might be a long discussion. I might talk for an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, whatever. Okay? But now her awareness is up, right? And if you coming back to her every day talking about something about polygyny or whatever, now she's gonna, her guard's up. She's, resisting. You can get more resistant. No, you're gonna be strong in your character, okay? And here's what I mean by bringing it up passively, right? You talked about it. It's cool. That's it. Then what? She's gonna see you doing a Bible study. You reading the Bible, looking up things. Okay, that's it. Oh, she see you read an article. She see you read a book. She see you or hear you listening to a video, something like that. That's you. That's you. You're not throwing it in her face. That's you. She can't say, "Oh, I don't want to talk about that." She can't say that. I'm not talking to you. I'm reading a book about it. Oh, I don't want to hear that. Okay, we'll go to the other room. I'm watching a video. You see what I'm saying? So you're doing it passively. That way, you left it alone for now. You left it alone, but she can't say you throwing it in your face, right? Because if she say anything else, you're like, I'm doing research. I suggest you do research, but I'm doing research. I'm checking it out, right? So that's you. She can't tell you what you're going to look at, what you're going to learn, what you're going to study. She can't tell you what you're going to study, right? But then if you keep throwing it in her face, like directly, she's mentally rejecting it. Again, remember, we're talking about a woman who y'all married as a Christian or a heathen, one of the two. You married as a Christian or a heathen. All right. So that woman needs some time. Well, we'll get to that. But she's different. She's of a different mindset. She switched to a paradigm of being Christian and going into being Hebrew, right? So you got to give her some time. So that was 3, okay? Bring it up passively. Books, video, if you go into a conference or whatever, you can do all that stuff. You can do all that stuff, okay? All that. Thank you, bro. You can do all that stuff, all right? You can't stop her from doing that. It's just me, She can read what she want to read. You can read what you want to read. She can watch what she want to watch. You watch what you want to watch. No harm, no foul, right? Now, 4, acclimation time. Okay, before the fact. Now, tip number 4 is acclimation time. I'm going to explain that. Okay, the acclimation time is before the fact, before there's another woman. Acclimation time. That goes right with what we were saying about bringing it up passively and things like that. Now, during that time period, now remember, there's nobody you have in mind. There's no one there. Okay, so you can't get caught because there is nobody else, right? Acclimation time. That acclimation time is that now she needs time to have this paradigm shift, and she don't need the pressure or competition of another woman, right? She don't need. Right now, she's trying to acclimate. She's trying to shift, just like she went from being Christian to Hebrew. She needs to switch from being the idea of being the only wife to a co-wife, right? She needs that time to kind of think about it, because there's plenty of sisters I've seen them where they start studying this, they start studying it, listen to it. Now, of course, when they go run to the Bible and the scriptures and videos and stuff like that, we look for, when you go to research, don't go to research to confirm your bias. That's not truth, right? You want to confirm the truth, okay? We can all go find something that's going to confirm our bias, right? But you need to stand on truth. So and I say that to say this. So the women, when they first go out to go research this whole thing, they're going to go to confirm their own bias. They're going to find some other women who feel the exact same way. Oh, I can't do this. I can't share my man. I don't know. This is not the original intent. You know, it was Adam and Eve and not Adam and Eve and Sarah and all that stuff. No, it's not that. This is not how it was originally was. Blah, blah, blah. Look at all the jealousy in the, look at all the jealousy in the Bible and all that stuff. That's what they're going to go do. They're going to go look that up and all that. They need time to adjust. Right? Because the prevailing question you're going to have them go look at is you're going to say, just show me where it's sin. Okay? Just show me where it's sin, where I'm violating Torah. Okay? And that's it. And I'll stop studying it. Right? I'll stop looking it up, stop studying it. If you can show me where that is a sin, where it's violating Torah, where someone got punished for having multiple wives. Of course, they can't bring up David. David was punished for having adultery, not for having multiple wives. Okay, so you just ask him that. Okay, ask him, are any polygynists in the Bible? Are any of them going to get into heaven? Whatever. Just show me where's the sin. I'll stop looking it up. I'll stop looking at videos. I'll stop reading books and articles and all that other stuff. If it's wrong, it's wrong. I want to be Torah observant. Okay, if it's wrong, it's wrong. So that's it. So you give them time to acclimate, because in the time you need to have a set time frame, right? Okay. Once you're resolute and say, yeah, this is something something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look into stuff like that. You give them some time. Give them 6 months, 9 months, a year, whatever. Give them time. Remember, it's not that big a deal because there's no one there. Okay. There's no one there. Okay. There's no other woman. So giving your current wife 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year is not that big a deal because there's no woman there. So there's no pressure, right, on you. There's no one there. Okay, so you give her some time to get comfortable with the idea. She doesn't get unlimited time, but she gives some time. The time frame you set up, that's on you. I can't give you, I can't tell you that. That's on you. Okay, that's between you. It's on you to give to your wife. Okay, so that's between you two. But you got to understand the reason why she needs the acclimation time is because of shame, because of guilt, because of feeling inadequate, feeling unworthy, jealousy, all these, she has to cycle through and get through all these emotions, which is why you don't want to have somebody else in the wings. You don't want to have somebody else waiting in the wings, sitting there. You don't want to do that. Okay. So give her some time. Okay, she's got to get past that. There's got to be a spiritual and emotional growth that has to take place. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa, for doing that. There's a spiritual growth that has to take place. Okay, so you got to give her some acclimation time so she can get through all those emotions. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you are not gonna be able to deal with all the emotions, right? There's nothing you're gonna be able to do with all those emotions, right? I mean, you can do help in some ways, but in other ways, there's some stuff they're gonna have to process and get through. You have to get her through, get her in touch with some sisters who experienced it, some sister who felt the same way she felt and got past it. That's the kind of stuff you need to get. Sisters, they look at. You ever been in a situation, right? Or you're talking to a wife or something, and you hear those 3 words: "You don't understand." You hear those words, right? You don't understand. So they want to talk to someone they can identify with. That's why you're gonna be able to help her through some stuff, but other stuff, whether you let her talk to someone else or not, that's on you. As a husband, that's up to you. But sometimes a sister can help another sister through. Okay. All right. So talking to someone who already has the experience, whether they're a second wife or co-wife or whatever, talking to someone who already has the experience could help. Okay, could help mitigate the emotions. So you want to do that. All right. So number 5. Okay. Tip number 5: paint a clear picture. Paint a clear picture. That's tip number 5. What I mean by that, the model, the structure, because now she's wondering what's it gonna look like. Well, what does it mean? What does it look like? Are we gonna be living under the same roof? Are we gonna be in the same bedroom? Or look at the video sleeping arrangements on the channel. Look at that video. So I won't go on at all that, but look at that video of sleeping arrangement. But she's gonna be wondering, okay, what's your vision? What does that look like to you? okay? Or we're gonna have two different homes, two different apartments, different, you're gonna build two structures on a homestead, or are we gonna build what? What's it gonna look like? I can't tell you what it's gonna look like. This is your vision. This is how you want to do it. How do you want to do it? However it is you're gonna do it, the model of it, then you need to be able to articulate that to her. You need to be able to tell her, hey, this is what I'm thinking. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do, and you go from there, right? So you want to do that. It's shot 7. Okay, let me see what you said. It went away a little bit. It said women always go for the Chads and Tyrones, but don't want to share the alpha self-made man. Um, he put the question marks on there. There's some truth to that, is because men are polygynous. Yeah, a lot of men are polygynous in nature. Although I know a number of men who say they know they can, but they never would. That's just not. It's just not what they want, because of the responsibility and accountability that you have, because it is a huge responsibility. But you want to have a clear picture, a clear model. The structure. What is it going to look like? Okay, she wants to know, what's it going to look like, her and this other woman. You know, she wants to have a clear picture. So you got to have a clear picture. That's going to help. You got to have a vision, and you got to be able to articulate that vision to her. And if you're not ready to articulate it, don't bring it up until you are ready to articulate exactly what it is. Okay, what it looks like in your mind. Clear picture. Okay, how are you going to model it? Okay, are you gonna be two different homes? You're gonna be in the same home, separate bedrooms, same bedroom? Are they gonna have their own bedrooms and you have your own bedroom, and then you're gonna share nights or whatever? That one coming to your room a night, another one coming to your room another night, whatever. I don't know. Or you go to their rooms. You don't have a room. You just go bounce from. I don't know. Whatever it's going to be, you need to figure that out, and you need to articulate that. Okay, you need to articulate that. You got to have a clear picture. Okay, you know your wife. That was tip number 5. Tip number 6. Let me switch it around a little bit, okay? Tip number 6, be prepared to answer the same questions a lot. Tip number 6, be prepared to answer the same questions a lot. And guys, I got some of this from females, okay? I got some of this now I have experience, but I also got this feedback from females, okay? Be prepared to answer the same question a lot. And you want to know what the underlying question is? Okay? The underlying question is why? That's the underlying question. Why? Now, she may ask why 35 different ways, but the question is still why. Okay, underneath all of it, it's why. When you unwrap that package, what's in there? Why? So that's what these questions are all about. The same thing. Why? Why do you want it? You better be ready to answer why. Now, I'm going to caution you to answer carefully. Okay? Answer carefully. Okay? She's going to ask you over and over the same question. I'm telling you now, answer carefully. Here's what I mean. Because personally, I hate when someone speaks very, very cryptic and they don't really understand. So I'm going to give you an example. If you say, okay, I'll take care of it. If you say, well, you don't like to cook, so I want another wife, that way she could do the cooking and all that. Or you don't really like to do the laundry, so I'll get another wife, who she likes to do the laundry and stuff like that. Translation, what she heard was, oh, you want me to cook more. Oh, okay. Next thing you know, next day you see her all in the cookbook, looking up recipes on YouTube and all that stuff and cooking and stuff. Oh, okay. Well, that's all you were missing. Oh, you just want me to cook? Oh, okay. Sure, I'll take care of that. Oh, the laundry? Oh, she in there folding up towels and okay, let me go ahead. All right, cool. That's it. Done. That's what she heard. That's what she heard. Okay? So you better be real clear and careful how you answer that question. Okay. Uh, so you really got to think about that, because she's thinking of, okay, she's thinking of her shortcomings. Remember in the other one, in the other tip, when I was just saying she's dealing with insecurities, inadequacies, and things like that. Okay. Um, she's thinking, okay, well, what am I lacking that you need another woman? What am I doing wrong? What can I not do? Everything was going great. Everything was going fine. What's the problem? You see what I'm saying? Oh, if all you need me to do is cook a little more, okay, fine, I'll cook. Oh, all you need me to do is, do the laundry a little bit. Okay, fine. That's it. So be careful how you answer that. Careful how you answer that, because that's what she's hearing. Okay? Once she's emotional and upset and distraught and everything because she feels insecure, she's not good enough, all that. Now we know as men that is not the case. We know that, right? It's certainly not the case for me. But we know that typically that is not the case, that she's inadequate, she's not good enough. I mean, most men are not even thinking along those lines, right? That's not why. I mean, that's like surface level stuff, right? So keep that in mind. Be careful how you answer it, because in her mind, she's thinking of what is she inadequate in? What, her insecurities are going to come out, and that's why she's going to be answering. That's why you got to be prepared to answer the same question a lot, but you got to have a very clear and strong response. Okay, very clear and strong response. Yeah, I got a lot of say. Yes, you're gonna get a lot of the same. It's the same thing, okay? And they want to see if your answer. If they want to see if your answer is gonna change 15 times, okay? That's what you're gonna see. Gonna be like, oh, but you said yesterday, or but you said last week, okay? So I'm telling you, be careful and understand what's behind the question. The what's behind the question is why. That's what she's asking. Why do you want this? Why do you need this? That's what she's asking, right? The words are going to be different, but that's what's in that. Okay, that's a loaded question. Okay, she's going to ask a bunch of those loaded questions, and that's what's behind it. Why do you need it? Why do you want it? And then her insecurities. Am I not good enough? Can I not do this? What do I lack? Okay. And number 7 is the toughest one. Okay? Tip number 7. You got 2 options. Tip number 7. Be prepared to lose your wife or settle for monogamy. That's tip number 7. Be prepared to lose your wife or settle for monogamy. Now, the reason why I said that is because I've known some men to take a stand and they say, hey, I'm going to do this. I can do this if I want to. Torah allows me to do it. So I'm going to do it. Some women are going to pack their stuff and they're going to leave. I got to hit you with the reality of that, because I've seen it already. I've already seen it, okay? More than once. The wife left, okay? Some will stay. Some will go. I've seen it multiple times, okay? So I'm not talking about no particular person. I've seen it multiple times. I promise you that, okay? More than once. And it kind of goes back to a video that I put out a while back, and I said, you might have to apologize. Or if you guys remember that video, just go back to that video where I said you may have to apologize. And what I said in that video was, again, you married this woman while you were a Christian or while you were out in the world. You married this woman, and guess who she married? She married you. She married the Christian version of you or the worldly version of you. That's who she's married. That's who she's covenanted to, right? So that's how her mind is geared. That's it. Okay? Now you both kind of transition into, being Israelite and walking in the way and stuff like that, going back to our true heritage. Okay? So you both kind of walk that way. And she had to adjust when you said, hey, we're not going to eat pork, shrimp, catfish anymore. She had to adjust to that, right? She had to adjust to you saying, oh, okay, we're gonna do the holy days and not the holidays. We're done with Christmas, Easter, you know, all that stuff, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. We're done with all that, right? She had to adjust to that. Okay, all right, she did that. So we're keeping the seventh day. We're keeping the Sabbath. Forget this Sunday stuff. Okay, each one was an adjustment, right? Each one was an adjustment. So she had to figure that out. This is also an adjustment. And some women are not going to make the cut. Some women are not going to be able to do it. It's just that simple. Okay? It's a paradigm shift. They don't have the fortitude or the emotional maturity. And I'm not putting it all on them. I am saying that, you know, some of them just simply need time. You won't know that until you give them a little bit of time. And some of them not going to change no matter how much time you get them. It's up to you to have the wisdom and the discernment to figure that out. I can't figure that out for you. You have to have the wisdom and discernment to know if she's going to do it or not. And then you have to have the wisdom or discernment to know if this option is worth it. You have to decide, is it worth me losing my wife, or will I settle for monogamy? Now, being a Hebrew Israelite, I'm going to tell you right now, as a man, as a Hebrew Israelite, it is your choice. It is your option. Nobody in the Bible had to go ask permission from anyone to say, "Hey, can I have another wife?" and all that. Okay, you don't have to ask that permission and stuff like that. Okay, that's why I say all this is a lot easier if you're single. When you're married, this is really, 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 really tough. Okay, really tough. Now, at the end of the day, I'm not saying that you're not a man and you don't have a right. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that it all comes with risk. Okay? It all comes with risk. And you're going to have to decide, is it worth it? Okay? Some guys, I know some guys who start from scratch. They lost their wife and they're starting all over. For them, it's worth it. For others, they go back to their wives and like, you know what? I'm going to roll with monogamy. I'm good. You have to decide which one are you. That's what you have to decide. Okay? At the same time, make sure that it is your choice, meaning you are still the head, you are still in control. So if you decide on monogamy, make sure it is your choice, because what's going to happen is you go back to this woman and you really, 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 really want polygyny, and she really, really, really doesn't, and you settle, and now you're going to start becoming bitter towards her. You're going to start being all upset towards her, and you're going to start treating her a certain type of way. So if you decide on monogamy, make sure that it is your choice 100%. Because if it's not, if things get rough, you're gonna get really upset, and you're gonna start getting bitter, and it's gonna your bitterness is gonna start eking out of your behavior and what you are saying. So make sure it's your choice. Now, if you stick to you have the right to bring in another wife, then be prepared. You're gonna have to stand your ground, and you're gonna have to be prepared in case current wife leaves. Hope you guys got something out of those 7 tips. So I'll tell you. Look in the chat section here, guys. And I hope you guys really, really got something out of it. I am going to let you guys go. I'm going to see if anybody else joined us. We got all these tips here. Look in the chat forum, because I had Lisi was so kind and gracious enough to put them in there for you guys in case you miss it. So you write those things down. Tip 1, tell them, be open and honest. Tip 2, have no one else in mind. Tip 3, bring it up passively afterwards. Okay. Tip 4, acclimation time. She got to get used to the idea, brothers and sisters. Okay. She's got to get used to the idea, brothers. I'm mainly talking to the guys. Paint a clear picture. Okay. And guys, I know females are going to run into this video, but this video is really not for them. This is really for the guys, okay? It really is. Women can watch it. I can't stop them, but it's really for the guys. All right, that's tip 5, paint a clear picture. Tip 6, be prepared to answer the same question a lot. And tip 7, be prepared to lose your wife or settle for monogamy. Okay, let's see what we got. Or you never complain. Yeah, I got that. Got a lot of the same, yeah, those CIA questions, big time, okay? If the Most High gave you the vision and the direction, keep pushing and hold your ground. Absolutely. Absolutely backing that up. I absolutely support that. The Most High said, look, you know, you need to have another wife and grow your family and bring up, some righteous seed, and and all. Hey, I'm I'm not gonna stand in the way of that. I'm gonna tell you to do it and stand your ground and be a man. I'm not telling you not to stand your ground. I'm not telling you not to be a man. Be a man. Do what you gotta do. But also being a man is, wisdom, and that's why I said. That's why I said in the last one. I said, be prepared to lose your wife or settle for monogamy. And again, both choices are yours. Both choices are yours, not theirs. Both choices are yours. So you stand your ground. You do what you have to do, but you got to do it all in wisdom. Understand what your options are and be prepared. So that's all I got, guys. If you guys don't have any more, I'm gonna let you guys go. I did not think 7 tips was gonna go almost an hour. It's like 51 minutes right now, so I had no idea that it was gonna take that long. But that's all I got. I got these 7 tips. Do me a huge favor, guys. Like, share, subscribe, send it to some other brothers out there. Get them to come on over here to this channel so we can start talking about it. Hey, sisters can come too. Like, share, subscribe if you're rocking with the vibe. Also, hit the thumbs up button and the notification bell. Otherwise, YouTube will bury you. And I don't want to get buried. I want to get the word out there. I want to talk about these topics. I don't care. It's just another Bible topic. It doesn't make me no difference, guys. It makes me no difference. I talk about all the things, if Father put it on my heart, or if you guys say, hey, we want to hear more about XYZ, I'm gonna have some more stuff about money and finances, okay, as it affects us. I will talk about some of those things, just things that affect us or things that can help preserve us, okay? So I want to do that. All right. So if you guys have anything, put it in the comment section below. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'm going to see you guys on the next one.